कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना। कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना। कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना। ओ कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना। तुम राम रूप
बोले बाके बिहारी लाल की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। License, okay. Yes, I got it. I see. It was on the side. I see. I mean, you need it for scales. बोली बाकी बिहारी लाल की जय, कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। Let us please sit upright. As we focus our minds on the divine Lord and Master, Sri Bhagavan Krishna. That divine Lord and Master who is the remover of darkness. As we seek your darshan today, O Bhagavan, as we seek your guidance, your protection, your Antaryami, you Maryada Purushottam, we ask you to remove the darkness from the pathway in which we travel through the journey of life. Hey Prabhu. As we sit upright and recite that Maha Mantra, Omkar. As we exhale, we ask the divine that we remove all, we exhale all of the negativities from in within this body. हे मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान, हे अंतर्यामी, कृपा करो, रक्षा करो, ओ भगवान। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। This Maha Mantra that has cured so many in this world from all sorts of diseases, all sorts of negative problems, O Bhagavan. As we recite this Maha Mantra today, we ask you to remove the negativities from this body, from this life. Gajananam bhutaganahi sevitam kapikajambo falacharubhakshanam Umasutam srokavinashakarakam Nam गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितम् कपित्थजम्बो फलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं श्लोकविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम् आदिदेव नमस्तुभ्यं प्रसीद मम भास्करा दिवाकरो नमस्तुभ्यं प्रभाकरो नमोस्तुते। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते कर्पूरगारं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानि सहितं नमामि। कर्पूरगारं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारम्। गणपति कृपा निधान ज्ञान गान आनंद भवनम देव मुहि वरदान नित्य चित में अति कथ जय शिवयानंद भूतनाथ भव भय हरणम भक्ति हृदय निर्द्वंद आरवरण मंगल Krishna. Hari Bol.
Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna.
Swagatam Shura Swagatam Sharanagatam Krishna.
Swagatam Suswagatam, Sharanagatam Krishna.
Swagatam Shura Swagatam Sharanagatam Krishna.
Swagatam Suswagatam, Sharanagatam Krishna.
Swagatam Krishna. Sharanagatam Krishna.
Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Jai Radhe Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, Jai Radha Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Jai Radhe Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, Jai Radha Narayan Vasudeva.
Swagatam Krishna. Sharanagatam Krishna.
Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna.
Sharanagatam Krishna.
Sharanagatam Krishna.
बोले बाकी बिहारी लाल की, उमापति महादेव की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय. Once again, devotees, it gives me great pleasure this evening to extend a warm and hearty welcome to each and every one of you for leaving your homes on such a beautiful evening to come and join with us in listening to the greatness of Sri Bhagavan Krishna through the medium of Srimad Bhagwat Mahapuran. Listening to all of these beautiful bhajans, all of these wonderful musicians that is here with us today. I would like to extend a welcome to each and every one of you. It appears to me that maybe the next time I come, every individual will have a musical instrument. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you bring a majira, you bring a shak, or you bring a tambourine, something. Everyone will have an instrument in their hand. You wouldn't feel left out at all. I stated last night, and I'm saying it again, that Jyoti Mandir in Orlando, I have seen the most talented musicians in Orlando at Jyoti Mandir. You know, when I get involved with these type of musicians, I don't want to stop singing. The sweetness of the music takes you into a different world, into a different level. But you know, for the last few days, I've been getting a lot of beat up because they're saying that I'm not singing too much. My job is not to come here and sing. As a pundit, as a vyas, my job is to deliver a message. And sometimes I do get carried away in the katha, but I hope that I'm doing justice with delivering the katha. Devotees, we've celebrated Krishna Janmashtami, the manifestation of Sri Bhagavan Krishna, last night. Sri Bhagavan Krishna. Who is Bhagavan Krishna? Who is Krishna? Krishna is the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. I am Krishna. You are Krishna. You are Radha. Bhagavad Gita says that we must look at every individual as Radha and as Krishna. So I am Krishna. That means that if I am Krishna, I have to live up to the lifestyles of Krishna. You are Krishna, you are Radha. So there's a certain lifestyle, a certain type of life that we have to live. And Bhagavad Gita beautifully describes that lifestyle in Karma Kanda. Karma, your actions. Devotees, nowhere in my scriptures, in our scriptures, the Vedas, the Puranas, the Shastras, the Bhagavad Gita, the Ramayana, the Gita, nowhere in our text does it state that we have to be a devoted Hindu in the mandir 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Nowhere does it state that. You know what it states? That we are responsible for our actions and our karma. The way that we live our life, the things that we do in our life will determine the type of individual that I am and you are. Some of you guys? Sometimes you see devotees, they don't even go to the mandir, but they're succeeding in life. They don't even do a puja, but they're succeeding in life. Have you ever asked yourself why? The answer is, you don't have to come to the mandir to look for Bhagavan, for God. You can be in your home and you can have a beautiful altar and you can light a diya in your home and you can find God in your home. The mandir helps us to build that vibration, that Shakti. The mandir helps us to build that vibration and that Shakti. This is why we come to mandir. This is why we have such beautiful mandirs. So that we can come together and we can build that Shakti, that vibration. But nowhere in our scriptures does it state that we have to be a Hindu that performs puja 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and only then you will succeed. No. There's a beautiful bhajan that says, Kachule namage namagan rahena, Kachule namage magan rahena. The more that you give, what will happen? The more you give is the more you will get. I was having a conversation with one of my friends recently. He resides in Trinidad. He's a musician. He has thousands of bhajans, thousands of songs. He says to me, Pandit, he says, what will I do with the songs, the bhajans when I die and go? I want to share it with my friends. I want them to enjoy it. Music is something that we have to be able to share. We have to be able to share the music. That's all. If I make a CD and I print 10,000 CDs and I have it at home, what good does it do? What good does it do? You know, recently, last year, Shivratri, I released a Shiv Bhajan CD. And I came in this mandir and I sold it. And this is the only mandir that I sold it in, and everything was sold out. And the donation, the money that we collected went to the mandir. I asked you a question last night, and I'm going to ask you another trick question tonight. What is dear to Bhagavan Krishna? So we learned last night that the cow is dear to Bhagavan Krishna. His kapre is hot pink. Yellow silk, Bhagavan Krishna. He wears the peacock feather, he carries the peacock is always around him. That represents the third eye of Sri Bhagavan Krishna. What else? The basuri, his instrument, is not a sword, is not an axe, is not a knife, is not a trishul, but his flute, his basuri is his weapon. That when we listen to the basuri, it takes us into a different world. It captures our minds and our hearts. But what else is also important to Bhagavan Krishna? The clock is ticking. We have limited time tonight. And such beautiful musicians. We don't waste time. What else? Makhan. Okay. Makhan, very important for Bhagavan Krishna. But one particular instrument, one particular item I'm looking for. One particular item. The crown, okay. You can live without the crown. My Didi that came from Fort Lauderdale, she knows the answer, but I don't think she will say it. She was involved in about a month ago. She was involved in that yajna that we did. What else is important to Bhagavan Krishna? It grows on a tree. It comes in different colors. It comes in purple, it comes in green, it comes in flowers. Okay, no? I'm not hearing what I want to hear. It starts berries. Jai Bhagwan. Tulsi. Ramji. Tulsi. Tulsi is very, very dear to Bhagavan Krishna. Tulsi is very dear to Bhagavan Krishna. In the Vishnu Puran, it beautifully describes the life of Tulsi Maya and her husband. And because of certain things, her husband was killed. And she said to Bhagavan Krishna that I will accept you as my husband from today onwards. Tulsi is very dear to Bhagavan Krishna. Radha ji, who is the wife of Bhagavan Krishna? Except Auntie, I don't want to hear you tonight. You stay quiet tonight. Who is the wife of Bhagavan Krishna? Radha. You better stay quiet. I'll put you outside. Take the keyboard and go outside. Who is the wife of Bhagavan Krishna? Rukmini. Radha ji is the love of Bhagavan Krishna. Radha ji is Lakshmi Maya, but Bhagavan Krishna came to perform a Leela. Remember in the Ramayana I told you that when we're doing Ram Leela, the Leelas are going on with all sorts of different characters. Radha ji is Lakshmi Ma. And he's acting the Leela of being married to Rukmini. In one beautiful katha that comes from Bhagwat Mahapuran, it says that Bhagavan Krishna has 10,000 wives. Jai Bhagwan, I have one. Could you imagine 10,000? Could you imagine 10,000 wives? Before I got married, I used to have black hair and full hairhead. I'm only joking, eh? My wife is excellent. Don't get shimaji. It's growing back full. Age catching up with me. But when we look at Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavad Gita says that Bhagavan Krishna had 10,000 wives. Now that's a double-sided sword. It is said that there is 10,000 vessels in the body. 10,000 vessels in the body. Right? That could be the 10,000 wives that Bhagavan Krishna has. But it is also said in a beautiful katha that Bhagavan, all of the wives of Vrindavan wished that they had a husband like Krishna. They wish that they had a husband like Krishna. So what does Bhagavan Krishna do? He goes out on one full moon night and the music is playing and Bhagavan Krishna transformed himself into 10,000 husbands, into each of their husbands. And now they're in the moonlight dancing with Bhagavan Krishna. He was the god of dance. Last night we saw a beautiful dance where the young girl and her brother was Radha and Krishna. Where will you sleep, Bhagavan? What will you eat? Where will you go? Who will you dance with? Who will you play with? Beautiful bhajan. So in that katha, Bhagavan Krishna transformed himself. He put the husbands to sleep and he danced with 10,000 wives. He danced with 10,000 wives. Sri Bhagavan Krishna. If Bhagavan was to appear in front of you today and say, Mukramji, what do you want in life? What will you ask for? He'll be lost. He'll be lost in the mayas of the world. He'll be lost in the mayas of Bhagavan is in front of me. He'll be lost in the materialistic world. He may say, you know what, I need a new car. My dear brother Surendra, Bhaiya will say, I need a bigger and a newer keyboard. Right? Rokeshji might say, I need another basket full of basuri. And we all will have our own list. But what will we ask for? How many of you will say, Bhagavan, I'm ready to go with you? Put your hands up. Not many. You always causing trouble. Not many will say, look, you know, Bhagavan, I'm ready to go. You know, long ago devotees, the parents will name their child Ram and Krishna and Sita and Meera. You know why? Have you ever asked yourself why? Because Bhagavad Gita says at the time of death, when we call the name of Bhagavan, we will gain salvation. So at the time of death, even though you're attached to your children, and you're calling Deandra and you're calling, what other funky names there is today? How will that help you? How will that help you? It wouldn't help you. What our forefathers did back then, if we were to analyze it, it makes a lot of sense. If we were to analyze what they did, it makes a lot of sense. You go into the old people's home and you'll see the walls are plastered with religious pictures. Somebody buys a new house today and they say, Baba, come and bless the house for me. And you go and you don't even see a picture hang up. Or why you hang up a religious picture? Baba, I don't want to put a nail in the wall. I don't want to put a nail in the wall. But it is there for a particular reason. It is there for purpose. It is there to benefit who? Not the Baba. You the individual. You the devotee. And tonight, devotees, we've listened for the last couple of nights. Who was the king that did the wrong act? What was his name? Auntie, me said don't talk now. Don't talk, go outside. They call it in the kitchen. Raja Parikshit. Raja Parikshit had a shrap with gold, Lakshmi Ma. And that trap was whenever that crown is put on the head, he will do some really foolish things. And the Raja Parikshit walking in the forest, he went hunting one day, walking in the forest. He saw a saint was sitting performing meditation. He decided to take his sword, pick up the dead snake and wrap it on the neck of that saint. And that Raja Parikshit, a curse was put upon him that he will be stung by a serpent within 7 days. Within 7 days, he'll be stung by a serpent. And God of Death has set out in the form of a black snake. And what is the name of that snake? Taksha. And walking next to Taksha towards where Raja Parikshit has built his mandap is another gentleman walking towards him, the physician. What was his name? Auntie, you're not talk. Let me hear you now. Yeah, now I know why you talk. Let me hear. What was the name of that physician? Astak Muni. Astak Muni. That was a physician. Astak Muni was his job was to bring Raja Parikshit back to life when the snake, if the snake would sting him. Bring him back to life. So Raja Parikshit is trying to beat the system. He's trying to put everything in place. That if the snake stings me, then you bring me back to life. Can we beat God of Death? No. Can't beat God of Death. There always will be a reason why someone dies. You believe me? Have you ever heard of someone dying just because? Just because it was time to go? Have you ever heard that? No. There will always be a reason why someone dies. Always. Whether it is heart problem, liver problem, lungs problem, an accident, whatever the case may be, there will always be a reason why. Astak Muni, conversing with Taksha, Bhagwan Shiva was involved. Bhagwan Shiva says, listen, Astak Muni, you can go and you will bring him back alive, but he doesn't have long to live. His time is very near. Devotees always remember that death has no age limit. A child can die at the age of 1 day, 1 hour, 1 year, 10 years, 50 years, 70 years, 100 years. Death has no age limit. We all came with a time stamp. And when that time comes and we have to go, nothing cannot stop that. And that time stamp is written in 3 parts of the body. We can look at it now and we can tell when you go to the Pandit and he's checking your patra and he's checking your kundali, you will say, let me see your hands. And you will look in your hands and you will see how much time you'll marry and how much children you'll have and your lifeline and your heart line, how much money you will have. He can tell your whole life history in the palm of your hands. It's also written in 2 more places. One is on the top of the forehead. Your whole life history is written on top of your forehead. And the 3rd one is on the bottom of your feet. When you go home and you take off your socks, look on the bottom of your feet and you'll see there's lines on the bottom of your feet that represents a line from the palm of the hands. The lines on the bottom of the feet represents the line from the palm of the hands. So we all have a time to go. When that time comes, no matter what we're doing, where we're doing it, when we're doing it, why we're doing it, how we're doing it, if we have to go, we have to go. Nothing cannot stop that. So Bhagwan Shiva is telling to Astak Muni, you need to go back. Don't be the reason for Raja Parikshit to come back alive and then God of Death will come for him again. So you need to go. This will be his cause. This will be his reason. So Astak Muni diverted. He did not continue his journey. Takshak continued his journey. Now where is Raja Parikshit built his platform? The middle of the ocean. And in the middle of the ocean, every inch of that platform is covered with security guards. So how is Taksha getting in? Alright, good thing they can't hear you, because when quiz come tomorrow, there's no cheating. Do you not give out the answer tomorrow? Eh? I will tell you tomorrow how Taksha got into that platform. Anybody heard what Auntie said? Good. बनवारी मुरली धारी गोवर्धन गिरिवर धारी निथ निथ के माखन चोरी गोपी बलहारी हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद बनवारी मुरली धारी गोवर्धन गिरिवर धारी
बनवारी मुरली धारी गोवर्धन गिरिवर धारी
निध निध के माखन चोरी गोपी बलहारी माखन चोरी गोपी बलहारी हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद
हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि
बनवारी मुरली धारी गोवर्धन गिरिवर धारी
निध निध के माखन चोरी गोपी बलहारी
नित नित के माखन चोरी गोपी बलहारी
आहोरी आओ रे, ओ भगवान कान्हा, come into my life. Come into my life, O Bhagavan. Bring peace and happiness into my life. Hey Prabhu. आओ रे, कान्हा रे, रास रचायो रे. निधि निधि के माखन चोरी गोपी बलिहारी. आओ रे, कान्हा रे, रास रचायो रे. रास रचायो रे. भोले बांके बिहारी लाल की जय. So when Bhagavan Krishna was born, Bhagavan Shiva, he was thinking to himself that Bhagavan Krishna is born, he's taken birth. Maybe I need to go and pay him a visit. Bhagavan Shiva, remember last night I told you that as the birth of Bhagavan Krishna was happening, all of the celestial beings standing outside of the jail cell of Bhagavan Krishna. So Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Shiva is telling to Mother Parvati, he says that I need to go and pay Bhagavan Krishna a visit. I want to go and get his darshan. Now, we have to understand, Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Shiva is Antaryami. He has created the world. Nara nahi, vind nahi, na karam na kaya, alag purush ke jeev nahi, sabd kahan se aya. Where did the world was created by Bhagavan Shiva? Bhagavan Shiva created Vishnu Bhagavan. Vishnu Bhagavan created from his navel Narad Muni. Omkar represents Shiva, Bhagavan Shiva. It is said that during the creation of the world was created from that sound, Om. This is why every mantra that we recite in Mandir, in Puja, in Yajna, in everything that involves mantras starts with Omkar. Starts with Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Krishna Arpanam. Om Siddhi Buddhi Vrade Devi, and so it goes on and on, and every mantra starts with Om. Starts with Shiva. But Bhagavan Shiva now is asking to Mother Parvati, I need to go and see Bhagavan Shiva. I need to go and pay him a visit. एक दिन वो भोले भंडारी आज की ब्रिज की नारी गोकुल में आ गई, गोकुल में आ गई। पार्वती जी मना मना के ना मांदी की मोती मंदिर की आ गई, मंदिर की आ गई। एक दिन वो भोले भंडारी आज की ब्रिज की नारी गोकुल में आ गई। She is asking to Bhagavan Shiva, why will you go to see Bhagavan Krishna? He says, I just want to go and see him in that baby form. You know, when somebody has a newborn baby, you're excited. You want to see what the baby looks like, who the baby looks like, what color the baby is, what complexion. You want to see everything about that baby. If you have curly hair, if you have straight hair, if you have any hair at all. If you go and see when Tulsidas was born, you would run because he born with 32 teeth in his mouth. He was born after 12 months, not 9 months. Would that be a baby you'd want to go and see? No. So Bhagavan Shiva says, I want to go and see. I want to pay my respect. I want to pay my regards. So Mother Parvati, she says, okay, I will go too. I want to go. Not only you, I want to go. So Bhagavan Shiva, he transformed into a beggar. And he goes to the home of Yashoda Maya, Bhikshang Dehi, Mataji, I am here for some alms. She says, okay, so she goes and she puts in a thali 5 different types of grains. And as she's walking out the door, the poor told her, he said, listen, no, you have to put something valuable inside there. She says, okay. She takes out the chain from her neck and she puts it in the thali and she says, okay, I'm going. Pua says, no, you have to put dakshina. You're going to the beggar. This is our parampara. You will go and you will give it to him. You know, long ago when the devotees would do puja, they will give the pandit a siddha. You know what that siddha contains? Contains 5 grains. It could be dal, rice, some beans, aloo, and something else. 5 items. When the pandit comes to your home, preferably 5 grains, you give 5 grains. You give clothing, you give dakshina, you give money. Long ago when we went to do puja, now I've been doing this since I was 14. And now I'm, So you could imagine how long that was. A long time. So this is something that I haven't just picked up along the way. I came from 5 generations of pandits. 5 generations. And hopefully one day my son will wake up and says, you know what, I want to be a pandit today. Then it will be 6 generations. And by the way, I forget that there's a lady that came to me last night and she told me, she says, Pandit, I'm disappointed. I said, okay, what you disappointed for? I didn't sing good? She said, no, not that. She said, you tell me, you said if we stay until 12 o'clock, your son will sing. So he not sing. He not sing last night. So I don't know if he's going to sing today, and I don't remember who the individual was. Was that you, Didi? Okay. So you had to pick that up with him, right? You're coming tomorrow? You here tomorrow? Okay. Because he likes to sing when there's more people. You know the last time he sang, and this is no joke, the last time he sang at the Bhajan Mala, and one of my DDs actually paid $1,000 for him to sing. And that was the last time that he sang. That was a few years ago. So I don't know if he'll sing tonight, but normally when you pay him big money, he'll sing. But that money went to the mandir, it didn't come to him. It went to the mandir. But regardless, I leave that a coin toss-up between him and his mom. So I don't know who he's going to sing, either him or his mom. They'll have to figure that out. I'll let them figure that out all by their own. Hold on, let me check and make sure I have the key for the car. If not, I might need a ride home. So Bhagavan Shiva is saying that I want to go and see Parvati. I want to go and see Krishna. He goes and the mother Yashoda Maya is bringing a thali with 5 grains, a siddha for that beggar. She goes to Bhagavan Shiva with the 5 grains and the chain and the necklace and the money. And she says, Prabhu, I have brought this for you. Bhagavan Shiva looks at her and he says, I did not come here for that. I heard that you have a newborn baby and I came to get darshan from that newborn baby. Now listen to the words. He came to get darshan from the newborn baby. Isn't that ironic? It is said that when a baby is born, that baby is pure. Mind, intellect, body, pure. This is why when we're doing Kanya Puja, must be Kanya under the age of 9. If you want to know the reason, go home and Google it. I don't know if you'll get the correct answer. But that will be a one-on-one discussion between you and your Pandit. But under the age of 9, we perform Kanya Puja. Their mind is still pure. So he says, I came to get the darshan of Krishna. I came to get his darshan. So devotees, we see, if we read the words properly, Bhagavan Shiva, he is the greatest, but he's looking to get the darshan of the youngest. He is Antaryami, he is the creator of the world. Bhagavan Shiva, he is the father of the world. But he's trying to get the darshan of Krishna. So devotees, this tells us that we are not too big to learn. Not because we are an engineer or doctor or lawyer or whatever profession we may be, doesn't mean that we hold that status. Doesn't mean that at all. We must be humble. Humility must be within us, and scriptures is teaching us that. Humility must be within you. Me as well, as the Pandit. Not because I'm the Pandit, I will hold my chest high and walk, hold my head high and walk, and only talk with people that has money and I don't want to see the rest. No. Absolutely incorrect. Humility, simplicity is who we are and who we should be. Bhagavan Krishna was born in a cell. He was manifested in a jail. He was manifested in a jail. Bhagavan Sri Ram was manifested where? Where? चाहे राम कहो चाहे श्याम कहो दोनों का मतलब एक ही है. श्री राम की हाथ में धनुष बाण और श्याम की हाथ मुरलिया रे. The bhajan is, the beautiful bhajan is saying that Sri Ram walks with dhanush and Bhagavan Krishna walks with his basuri. Sri Ram ki haath mein dhanush baan और श्याम की हाथ बसुरी आ रही. दोनों का अलग. The two might be different, but they are one. Let me show you how it works this evening. I am sitting here today and I am in charge. Me, I am in charge. I'm very proud. But when I leave here and I go and I'm going home, I'm not the boss. Samajh? When I go to my job, I am the boss. When I'm hanging with my friends, I'm a friend. When I'm with family, I am a family member. When I'm at home and I'm the father to my son, I'm a father. So you see that me, one person, has so many different roles and so many different responsibilities that we have to live by examples. You know, the father will be sitting in the hammock and he's rocking and he has a cigarette in his hand and he's smoking and he's saying, son, this is bad for you. Jai Bhagwan. This that I'm doing is bad for you. Is that example? Are you living by examples? No, you're setting a bad example because the son will say, well, you know what? Maybe I need to try it and see how bad it is. Maybe I need to try it and see how bad it is. So we as parents, the scriptures are showing us that we have to live by examples. And Bhagavan Shiva is clearly stating that I have come to get the darshan of Krishna. He's telling to Yashoda Maya, he says, I have come to get the darshan of your son, the purest of pure. Obviously, he did not tell her that that is Bhagavan in your house. You know, once there was a pastor at the church, and a beggar, he was outside getting wet, and he's knocking the gates of the church. Pastor came out, pastor asked him a question. He says, before I let you in, what religion are you? He says, well, I'm a Hindu. He says, well, then no, I cannot let you in. The humility of us as individuals. Religion has nothing to do with humility. Has nothing to do with that. It's how we live our life. And this is what scriptures is showing us. Raja Parikshit, he's trying to save his life. He's brought the world's greatest physician. Because he knows that he has committed a crime, so he has to pay the time. Vasudeva and Devaki has lived their life in a cell, locked up. Vasudeva could have said, you know what, Maharaj, can you keep your daughter and let me go my way. But in our dharma, when you're married for how many lives? 1 life. When you walk around the fire, you walk around the fire 7 times. But let me break it down for you. When you start walking around the fire, who in front? The Panditas forget to tell you, who in front leading the first rounds? Not the wife. So the Pandit has already established that she is the boss. But you see the fine prints, we just leave out the fine prints sometime, you know. You can't put all the fine prints in. You must read the contract before you sign it. The Pandit will say, well, the Dulahan will lead the first 3 times. He can say, well, he will say she will lead the first 3 times, then the Dulaha will follow. He said it right, the Dulaha will follow. Anyone getting married here is in due time to come? No one? You pretending you hate me. So Bhagavan Shiva, she finally, after Bhagavan Shiva convinced her, she finally put down the tali and she went. Bhagavan Shiva says, I didn't come here for moti, I didn't come here for gold, for pearls. He says, I can give you, and he brought in his calabash. You know what calabash is? Calabash, a what? A buoy? A bowl. Calabash is a fruit. And when the fruit dries, have you ever seen a shak? What do you call it? American terminology? Maracas. Right? Maracas is a calabash that they put a stick through. The beads is dry and it makes, I haven't seen one of those in a while, you know. And it makes noise and we use it for making music, right? So a calabash is basically a bigger maracas, a bigger version, right? And when you cut it, this is what our forefathers ate food in, a calabash. Calabash, you go to puja and you'll get food on a leaf. Guyana, they have a fancy leaf that looks like a bowl. That's all? What that name? Perang leaf. Perang. Well, Trinidad, our leaf is flat. So you can't stand up on each other, sit on it. We leaf is flat. But the Guyana leaf is a perang, right? Purai. Oh, purai, like, okay. I get it. Can I find that on Google? No, no, don't look. I'm just joking.
It's a lotus leaf.
Purai leaf. Mohan, you got, Mukram, you got that, right? Make notes when you go back. So try that one flat, Ghana one like a bowl. You could eat soup in it. China, we never eat soup in it. So Bhagavan Shiva had a calabash in his hand. We'll go to calabash. He had a calabash in his hands. And he told to Yashoda Maiya, he says, I didn't come for pearls, I came for darshan. His bowl was filled with pearls and he started to throw the pearls on top of the grains. He said, you want pearls? Yeah, I will give you pearls. I didn't come for that. I came for the darshan of Bhagavan. The darshan of Krishna. When we come to the mandir, and we have jor, we touch the floors of the mandir, and we come in, we'll go to the shivling and we'll do pratna. We'll seek the darshan of Bhagavan. Then Mata Yashoda says, you know what, let me go and bring the baby. She said, but if you look at Bhagavan Shiva, he's very scary looking. That's all. If you're sleeping one night and you open your eyes and you see Bhagavan Shiva in that form, you'll get scared. That's all. Let me ask you the next question. You're sitting and you're doing Hanumanji Puja, Hanuman Chalisa going on, and your eyes close, and you open your eyes and the monkey's on the bedi. What you gonna do? Me, as a Pandit, I already know first. This is why when I go to the puja, I look for the exits. The teacher in school, make sure you know your surroundings. Make sure you know what the exit is. You know, I'm joking this evening, so please forgive me. But devotees, she finally went and she brought to Bhagavan Shiva. She brought Krishna. She brought Krishna to Bhagavan Shiva, to see Bhagavan Shiva. And when he saw Bhagavan Shiva, he was so excited. You know, like when a baby knows that someone comes. You know, there's one of my niece, when she sees my Didi, all hell breaks loose. May I go call no name, may I go tell you who? All hell breaks loose. Because she's so excited, that connection is there. The excitement is there. I heard when she's FaceTiming, she sees her on the phone and she's so excited. This is how Bhagavan Krishna got. He got very excited. And you know, when a baby is excited, he starts to frantic. He starts to move up all the muscles in the body. And so Bhagavan Krishna was very excited to see Bhagavan Shiva. He was very excited to see Bhagavan Shiva. Bole Baki Bihari Lal ki jai, Mahapati Mahadev ki jai. At this point in time, devotees, I'm going to ask one of my daughters to sing a bhajan. I love the way that she sings. She's the newest kid on the block these days, Shivani. Please entertain us with a beautiful bhajan. And then I will continue Katha this evening. And my brother Surinja also has a treat for us. I see his whole family is here with us this evening as well. Always a pleasure to have them with us. So he also has a treat for us this evening. And then I would like to welcome my other son. I don't even know his name. First time I'm seeing him. Pranam. Devesh. You know, I was thinking as she's getting set, I'm thinking today my brother, my other son here, I told him to bring the sarod. And I'm thinking Basuri, sarod, I'm thinking maybe we should get a violin player. And same time Prabhu walked in with his violin. So, Koti Koti Pranam. Straight from India. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Bole Baki Bihari Lal ki jai. से बोलो शिवा की बिहारी लाल की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज मुरली, भज मुरली, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला। मधुर मनोहर सावरी श्री हरि नंद किशोर, मधुर मनोहर सावरी श्री हरि नंद किशोर, नैना दर्शन मावरी दीजे जन्ना चोर, मन बैरागी नाम तुते, मन बैरागी नाम के तेरे नटवर जी नदिया नाम, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज मुरली मनोहर मुरली, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला। दुख भंजन सुखकारी, जिसने भी की हृदय में की उसकी की खातारी, है हितकारी सांझ वेले, है हितकारी सांझ वेले, कष्ट मिटारी बारी, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज मुरली मनोहर मुरली, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज So once there was an old lady sitting on a bench, and a beggar came to her, begging for alms. You know, the nature of a beggar is to beg. If you were to go to Trinidad and you were to tell the people in Trinidad or Guyana that America has beggars, they will not believe you. What? Beggars? No. They will not believe. You go downtown Baltimore, they have them by the dozens. So this lady, she's sitting on a bench, and the beggar is begging for alms. You have something to eat, something to drink. She opens her bag, and as she opens her bag, the beggar sees a beautiful stone shining in her bag. He says, Mataji, give me the stone, don't give me anything else, give me the stone. She says, okay. She takes the stone, shining stone. The beggar is assuming that that is a piece of diamond. He takes that shining stone and he goes his way. Okay. The next day, she's sitting on the bench. The beggar comes back. He says, Mataji, he says, why didn't you tell me the stone was fake? He said, but you did not ask if the stone was real. So why would you saw the stone and you asked for the stone and I gave it to you? You did not ask me what the stone was, if the stone was real, if the stone was fake, or what the stone was. I assumed that you knew that the stone was the stone of a saligram. And you wanted it. So sometimes devotees, we want the wrong things in life. Sometimes we see the wrong things in life. Sometimes we want the wrong things for the wrong reasons. We have to be cautious and careful in our wantingness. Have you ever wanted a better job? It's a trick question, so be careful. Have you ever wanted a better job? And when you get the better job, it wasn't a bed of roses. That's all. That's how life is. Bhagwan Krishna in Bhagwat Gita is showing us that don't be lost in the mayas of the world. Don't be lost in the illusions of the world. Don't be lost in the materialistic things in the world. Be lost in your devotion to Him. Be lost in your dhyan, in your meditation to Sri Bhagwan Krishna. He's Antaryami. Don't ever think for a minute that Bhagavan does not exist. This is like saying that the air, if I were to tell you to go into the next room, there's no air in the room. Will you believe me? Some of you may. Pandit says no air in the room. He's God, so let's believe that Pandit is right. We are not always right. Can we live without the air? We cannot see the air, but we cannot live without the air as well. This is like Shakti that dwells within the heart of the body. Prem, can you weigh in love? You love your mother, you love your father, you love your brother, you love your sister, you love... What is love? Can you show it to me? No, I cannot show it to you. I can act it out. But I cannot show you love. I can show love towards you. And Bhagavan Krishna, all of the devatas and the devis, especially Bhagavan Indra, Indradev, he is very jealous of Bhagavan. He wanted to be Bhagavan. He wanted to be on top. Do we do Indra Puja other than when we're calling for rain? He is God of rain. Do we do Indra Bhagavan Indra Puja? Have you ever asked yourself why? Have you ever asked yourself why? We don't do puja to Brahma. Have you ever asked yourself why? There's one mandir in the entire world that Brahma Murti exists in that mandir and puja is worshipped. That is where Brahma lost one of his head. He had 4 heads. That's where he lost one. But Bhagavan Indra, have we ever asked ourselves why we don't do his puja? In Vishnu Puran, he insulted Bhagavan Shiva. You know what chariot, what vehicle he rides on? Bhagavan Indra? A chariot. What carries the chariot? Mataji boliye na. Who said elephant? Go said elephant. An elephant. Bhagavan Indra. Bhagavan Indra. His vehicle is an elephant. He rides on an elephant. So he sees Bhagavan Shiva walking into the forest one day. And Bhagavan Shiva, he took out his mala and he gave it to Bhagavan Indra. So let me put on a mala for you. When somebody puts on a mala for us, we feel very special. You know, for the last 3 nights, I've taken my mala and I've given it to Bhaiya Ram. And he cherishes the mala. I'm sure he takes it home with him. His appreciation for my mala is splendid. Now tonight he'll be looking forward to the mala. So when somebody gives us something, we must appreciate it. Bhagavan Shiva gave to Indra the mala, but this goes with everything else. Somebody gives you something, you must appreciate it. Right? And that's just a simple part of life. We have to appreciate what people give to us. Not everybody is fortunate, not everybody is not fortunate. So they'll give you a gift based on the ability to give. Bhagavan Indra, he takes his mala, he does not put it on his head, he takes the mala and he throws it on the ground and he tells the elephant to trample on the mala. Is that not an insult? Insult to Bhagavan Shiva. Bhagavan Shiva pronounced a curse upon Indra that from today no one will worship you. This is why we don't do puja to Bhagavan Indra. Indra Bhagavan, Indra Devata, the way he operates, he always wants to be on the winning side. He always wants to be on the winning side. When Ravan thought he was going to conquer the world, he was Ravan's best friend. When Vibhishan thought that he was going to conquer Ravan, he did not want to be Vibhishan's friend because Ravan was winning. Somebody here? He always wants to be on the winning side. When he thought that Ravan was going to control the world, he was Ravan's best friend. When Narad Muni went to Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Shiva and told the Bhagavan Shiva that Bhagavan Indra is being a betrayal on both sides, Bhagavan Shiva called him in. Then when Bhagavan Krishna took manifestation, he came and he wanted to play games with Bhagavan Krishna. He wanted to challenge Bhagavan Krishna. And I will tell you 2 of the challenges that he put forth to Bhagavan Krishna today. The first one, he is the god of rain. And what does he do on the day of Govardhan, when we do Govardhan Puja? He flooded the whole city. The city was flooded that Bhagavan Krishna had to lift the mountain. I'm sure that you've seen pictures of Bhagavan Krishna, maybe Murti I thought I saw. Of Bhagavan Krishna lifting the whole mountain, Govardhan mountain, with his little finger. Because Bhagavan Indra was testing the ability of Bhagavan Krishna. That's just one out of many. And the second one, Bhagavan Indra, He saw all the friends of Bhagavan Krishna playing and decided, you know what, let me go and kidnap the friends. Let me see how powerful Bhagavan Krishna is. Let me see how he is going to hide them. So he takes all of the little boys of Bindraban and he hides them into Indralok, into his world. Bhagavan Krishna is looking for his friends and he cannot find his friends. What does he do? Bhagavan Krishna appeared in the form of every friend and he went home for 1 year. Bhagavan Krishna assumed the form of every son without the parents knowing that their son has been kidnapped by Bhagavan Indra. He goes into every home. Bhagavan Krishna says, I am in every part of the world. How can he be in every part of the world? He is Bhagavan, he is Antaryami. So I hope that the beggar who is stealing in the thief who is stealing in the middle of the night and does not get caught, he may not be caught by man, but he is caught by Bhagavan. You know, when we die and we go devotees, we go on, we call it Justice Day. Have you seen that movie? It's a movie called Justice Day, I think. But it has nothing to do with what I'm saying right now. I'm just trying to sidetrack you. So Justice Day is the day that the Atma or the soul goes to the abode of Bhagavan Krishna. And it is put upon a scale. And you know, a long time when you go in the market, you'll have a scale. The vendor will hold the scale in the middle and he'll put weights on one side and he'll put the bhaji or the baigan that you're buying on the other side, right? And that's how they're able to weigh. Uncle, you know what I'm talking about. I see you in the fish market already. He will hold the scale and that's how you're able to balance, right? So when we go to Bhagavan Krishna on Judgment Day, when the life leaves the body and we go to Bhagavan Krishna, the karmas, Chitra and Gutra, on the two shoulders. One is recording the good things Ishan is doing, Jai Bhagavan, and one is recording the bad things that he is doing. So when we go to Bhagavan Krishna, and I'll just give you an example of Ishan's life. This is a book of good, and this is a book of bad. Which one do you think is going to overweigh the other one? Mazak hai na, bhaiya? I'm joking. So when we go to Bhagavan Krishna, Chitra and Gutra, who's been recording the good deeds that we've done and the bad deeds that we've done, who is recording those deeds will go and they will say to Bhagavan, here's the results. And Bhagavan Krishna puts that book of good and bad on that scale. That will determine Punanapi jananam, punanapi maranam, punanapi jatale jatale shayanam. Iha shamshare bahudushtare, iha shamshahi pahi murari. Bhaje govindam, govindam bhaje muramute. That will determine the birth and death cycle and where you will end up in society in your next birth. That will determine where you end up in society, in the next birth, in the next janam, in the next life. So don't be jealous of your neighbor because he might be driving a new car. And poor fella, you have a better job than he. And he driving a better car than you. Don't be jealous of him. You know, I've made a statement. Raja Parikshit, he had a curse with gold. Right? Just like he had a curse with gold. Sometimes we have grahas in our lives that the money can't stay, the money keeps going. Sometimes we have the same job, we're working the same hours, but we cannot save. And then again, that may flip, the kundali may flip. That we're working less and we're saving more. Grahas, very important in your life. Very important in our life. So Bhagwan Krishna, what does he do? He assumes the form of all of the friends that has been kidnapped, and he's living their life. He's living their life. After 1 year, he went and he fought with Bhagwan Indra, and he released the boys. The boys came home, and now they're telling the mothers and the fathers the story of they were kidnapped. The mother and father say, yeah, okay, maybe you're dreaming. They did not believe. Because they said, you were here this morning, you left and you went out this morning to play. You know, earlier I was having a discussion with my brother Mukram, that when we were kids growing up, you know, now you don't want your children to go outside and play. We used to get licks to go outside. You're in the house too much, go outside and play. Ishan, you ever get licks to go outside? Or you get licks to come in? Bole Baki Vihari Lal Ki Jai. At this point in time, I will ask my brother Surinja. He has a beautiful rendition for us this evening. I will ask him to please lead us in his rendition. You up for some mantra tonight? No problem. May I for you?
Sitaram, everyone. Panditji, you know you're right about the musicians in Orlando. It's our brother in the violin. What's your name, please? Devesh, welcome. Please play and join. It's good to see so many young, female, wonderful vocalists and musicians as well. Shivani, Sejal, my daughters, Jayanti, and let's give a round of applause for our female bass guitarist. And last night, I have to say, Rakesh and Tanuja, I think you were coaching the kids as well. That was truly amazing. I'm so proud of you guys. To watch all those kids so brave to come up and sing. Keep up the good work. Please give them a round of applause, Tanuja and Rakesh, for orchestrating that. This is a song done by Anupji. I always love this song and I'd like to share it with you guys tonight, but it's a storytelling song of when Lord Krishna ate the makhan and stole the butter. We all know that story, right? Maya Mori So the funny thing about the story, as we all know, he ate the butter, it's all over his face, but he's completely denying to Yashoda that he ate the butter. So he said to Yashoda, you sent me early in the morning. You sent me out to the forest to look after the cows. All day I've been roaming around playing the flute. And in the evening I came home. When and how did I steal and eat the butter? I had no time to do it. Anuji did something wonderful musically on this verse. The words are Bhora Bhayo, which is early in the morning. And then he talks about the evening, and he used the Indian classical rag system to create the beautiful mood of early morning and then change the same verse to an evening mood. Bhora Bhayo, Bhora Bhayo, Bhora Bhayo, Bhora Bhayo, गैयन के पाछे तूने मधुमन मोही पतायो. भोर भायो, भोर भायो, भोर भायो, गैयन के पाछे तूने मधुमन मोही पतायो. चार प्रहर बंशी मत भट क्यों, सांझ पले घर आयो. ये मैया मोरे मैं कब माखन खाऊं, ये मैया मोरे मैं कब माखन खाऊं. So the next verse, so Yashoda is not buying his story, clearly because the butter is on his face. So he said, my dear Ma, I'm just a child with short arms. How could I reach the butter that you tied up in the ceiling? You guys all remember Guyana, we used to put like a basket up in the ceiling and store things? So Yashoda said, Krishna, but if you didn't reach it up there, how did the butter get on your lips and all over your mouth? So now he's thinking like every child who are trying to get away with something. He said, Ma, ye gwal bala sab bed pare hai, barbas mukh lapatayo. My friends, the boys who helped me to herd the cows, they were chasing me and they spread this butter all over my mouth. Maya Muri, मैं बालक बहियन को छोटो छोटू छोटू ये जीवो किस विधि पायो ये जीवो किस विधि पायो मैया ये ग्वाल बाल सब बैर पर है पर बस मुख लपटायो रे मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो ये मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो मैं नहीं माखन खायो मैं नहीं माखन मैं नहीं माखन मैं नहीं माखन खायो Yashodama is still not buying those excuses. So now he decided to try another method. He decided he's going to flatter his mother with kind words, telling her, you're loving, you're sweet, you're beautifully innocent. Ma, you gave birth to me. How can I steal? ओ मैया मेरी प्यारी प्यारी मैया भोली मैया ओ सुंदर सुंदर मैया कैसे न्यारी सुंदर मैया मैया तू जननी मैया तू जननी मन की अति भोली तू जननी मन की अति भोली तू जननी इनके कहाँ पतायो रे मैया मोरी इनके कहाँ पतायो मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो So this trick didn't work. So now he decided to throw a tantrum. He said, Ma, you give me a stick and a blanket and you send me out all day to take care of the cows. Tomorrow, I'm not going. I'm not doing anything. Here's your stick and your blanket. Take it back. Maya yele apni लकुति कमलिया ये ले अपनी लकुति कमलिया तूने बहुत ही नाच नचायो रे मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खाऊं रे मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खाऊं So the tantrum did not work. So now he came up with his greatest trick. He decided to guilt trip Yashodama. He said, you know what, Ma? I think you're wrongfully accusing me. And this is not about any butter. It's because I am not your real son. So now he said, very hurtful words to Yashodama. Does any mother want to have a child to tell her that she doesn't love her? Very difficult. So now Yashodama said, you know what? Stealing and eating the butter is trivial. But I have to let Krishna know that I am his mother and I love her. So that's my little tribute to all the moms in the room. My wife, my mom sitting in the back. Moms have the greatest love on this earth. Sundar Prabhu's best song, right? मैया जी तेरे कुछ भेद उपज है ये तेरे कुछ भेद कुछ है तूने मोहे जानियो परायो जायो तूने मोहे जानियो परायो जायो. So Surdas the poet just brilliantly wrote this song. He said, what a strange event. So now Yashodama says she's going to agree with Krishna that he didn't eat or steal the butter. Kanhaiya more tai nahi maagan khaayo Kanhaiya more tai nahi maagan khaayo tai nahi maagan khaayo tai nahi maagan khaayo Kanhaiya more tai nahi maagan khaayo. So Surdas said, what a strange event. Krishna knows he stole the butter. Yashoda knows he stole it. And now they're both saying he didn't do it. So sometimes a mother's love and a child's love, a little white lie goes a long way. Main nahi maagan khaayo, main nahi maagan khaayo, main nahi maagan khaayo, le maagan khaayo, le maagan khaayo, main nahi maagan khaayo, le maagan main nahi maagan khaayo. Hope you guys enjoy that. I'm going to do a little medley of some bhajans that we all know. So please, everybody sing along. Let's invoke the presence of the beloved Lord Krishna. Bhakti Bihari Krishna Murari Mere Pari kahan chupe Bhakti Bihari Krishna Murari Mere Pari kahan chupe Darshan dijo sharan mein lijo Darshan dijo sharan mein lijo Hum balihari kahan chupe Bhakti Bihari Krishna Murari Mere Pari kahan chupe Bhakti Bihari Krishna Murari Mere Pari kahan chupe आँख में चोली हमें न पाए आँख में चोली हमें न पाए जग माया के जाल बिछाए जग माया के जाल बिछाए रस रचा कर बंसी बजा कर धेनु चरा कर प्रीत लगा कर नटवर नागर निष्ठुर छलिया हे नटवर नागर निष्ठुर छलिया लीलाधारी कहाँ छुपे Krishna Murari Mere Pari kahan chupe Bhakti Bihari Krishna Murari Sabse ऊंची प्रेम सगाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई दुर्योधन को मेवा त्यागो दुर्योधन को मेवा त्यागो
सगाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे
जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा
आशा का दूर किनारा हो
और कोई न केवल हारा हो फिर तू भी मेरा पार करे तू ही मेरा पार करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे
श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे
जय कृष्ण हरे
श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे
जय 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 कृष्ण हरे
जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे
बोले बाकी बिहारी लाल की जय मापति महादेव की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय Devotees, before I continue, there is a Pandit here that is with us, Reva, Pandit Reva, and I will ask him to say just a few words, and then I will continue with this evening's program. Prem se bolo Shri Baki Bihari Lal ki jai.
Reverend Vyasji, Pandit Rukeshji, my dear sisters and brothers, indeed it's a very glorifying night and evening to spend in Mandir with our dear Lord and Maker. Remember, we are all servants of the Lord. We are like little instruments in His hands. We are at the hands of the world, whereas the Lord has the world in His hands. So, my humble salutations to all of you this evening. There's a little story that goes like this. A young man used to catch birds. And when he catches a bird, he will go in front of people and he will question that, hello, I have a bird in my hand. And then he will hide the bird behind his back and says, is this bird dead or is it alive? And if the people say the bird is alive, he will choke the bird, squeeze the bird and kill it and say the bird is dead. If they say the bird is dead, then he will let go the bird, let it fly. And so like this, he will trick everyone in the village until one day he decides to question a Sadhuji. Hey Sadhuji, aap kaise? How are you? Sadhuji said, I'm good, my child. How can I help you? He said, Sadhuji, I have a bird in my hand here. Can you please tell me, is it dead or alive? And Sadhuji says, my child, the fate of the bird lies in your hands. The fate of the bird lies in your hands. What does it mean, my dear sisters and brothers? It means that all of our faith, our consciousness, and our awareness of Lord lies in our own hands. The mandirs prevent an opportunity to multiply our faith. That is why in Arti Bhajan we sing, Shraddha Bhakti Badhao, Shraddha Bhakti Badhao, Santan ke seva. What else? Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Shraddha means faith. Bhakti means devotion. Shraddha Bhakti. Bardao means to multiply. And we are saying, Lord, help me in my own little way to multiply my faith and my devotion in you, so that I can stay cemented and I can concretize the relationship of this bhakti, this devotion every day. With that type of faith, there is a devotee. She sings to Krishna and says, Meera ne dhyaya tujhko, liye vish ko haath mein, liye vish ko haath mein. Meera ne dhyaya tujhko, liye vish ko haath mein, liye vish ko haath mein. This wonderful young lady, a devotee of Lord Krishna, meditated on the Lord. And Meera used to go on the streets and sing bhajans and glorify Lord Krishna. Rana, the brother-in-law, thought that Meera is embarrassing the family. So what did Rana do? As she was meditating, Meera ne dhyaya tujhko, liye vish ko haath mein, in her hands, vish, he puts a cup of poison. What did Meera do with the poison? Phir pee gaye vish ka pyala, phir pee gaye vish ka pyala. Pyala means cup. Vish means the poison. Pee gaye means to drink. Meera ji drank the poison. What happened? What is the result of it? The poet writes and says, Usko amrit maan ke darshan de tu mujhko apna das jaan ke. Having drunk the poison, Lord Krishna, seeing the plight and the turmoil of the devotee, he came to the rescue of Meera and converted the poison into amrit, into nectar. My dear sisters and brothers, Krishna Janam Ashtami and all the other celebrations allow us the opportunity for us to recalculate and to re-multiply our faith in Lord. There is another devotee. The poet writes, he says, Jab lut rahi thi laaj sabha sabke samne, sabha sabke samne. When Draupadi, and you know the Katha, in the sabha of Duryodhan, they tried to disrobe her, to take her clothes off. And Lord Krishna once again, seeing the trouble, seeing the distress of Draupadi, to save her character and honor, he allows Tab Draupadi ko tara, Tab Draupadi ko tara, apni bhagini jaan ke. He assures Draupadi like his own sister and allows bales and bales of sari to flow in her direction. So as one end they are pulling the sari, on the other hand, Lord Krishna is providing the continuous supply of sari to protect the honor of Draupadi. The whole thought of this, in conclusion, my dear sisters and brothers, if we multiply this faith in Lord, and if we continue to remember Him, if we do not act in isolation or in deviation, we'll definitely find Him. Short kirtan. Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai 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 O Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana Govinda Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Let's play our instruments together. Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Gopal Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Oh Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Hey Radhe 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 Govinda Oh Radhe 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 Thank you so much for the opportunity, Baba.
Thank you, Panditji. प्रेम से बोलो श्री बाकी बिहारी लाल की जय, मापति महादेव की जय. And so devotees, tomorrow will bring us to the end of this yajna, 5 sessions of Srimad Bhagwat Mahapuran. I don't know about you, but the 5 sessions or the 4 sessions so far has gone so fast. And we have not even skimmed the epics of Bhagwat Mahapuran. Tomorrow morning we will listen to how Raja Parikshit, how he is stung by the serpent. The serpent sits in the middle of the ocean on a platform that is covered by security guards in every inch. So how does this serpent get into the ashram of Raja Parikshit? Tomorrow we will also hear just the edited version of the friend of Bhagavan Krishna. He had many friends, but one in particular. And I think Ram was there. His name was Sudama, the brother of Sri Bhagavan Krishna, the Guru Bhai of Bhagavan Krishna. But this devotees on a more political note. No, I'm not running for president, so no need to vote for me. On a more political note, there's a couple of people I would like to recognize this evening, and one is my brother-in-law, who celebrated his birthday 2 days ago. Mr. Kenny. No, here, we don't. Who has celebrated his birthday a couple of days ago. Big 7-0. I saw him when I was coming in, but then he's behind the wall, and I'm hoping that he's still sitting there. Kenny and baby. He's still there. Kenny would like to wish you a happy, happy, happy birthday and many, many more to come. May Bhagwan Krishna continue to give you the health and the strength that you need to continue to live a healthy and successful life. And may you always be blessed by Sri Bhagwan Krishna. Prem se bolo Shri Baki Bihari Lal ki Jai. I would like to call a very young couple whom has celebrated their wedding anniversary yesterday. And for matter of fact, yesterday somebody told me it was their birthday yesterday as well. But I really don't remember who that person was, and I do apologize. Certain things you just can't tell me because. In passing, just because, I'm going to forget. But whoever that person was, I'd really apologize for not remembering. But I would like to wish you a happy, happy, happy birthday. And many more to come. I would like to call upon Gayatri and Dharmendra. Gayatri and Dharmendra. Huh? Kelly. They give me the wrong name. Kelly. That's why Gayatri not coming. Kelly come. Aye na. Don't be shy, come. Come stand here. Again, she's leading the way. You hold this on. 23 years, huh? How much? 13. It feels like 13. Say you feel like 30. Well, I would like to wish both of you happy, happy anniversary. Wedding bliss, and may Bhagwan Krishna and Radha Ji continue to shower the blessings upon both of you. So please offer the mala to her. All Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Dwarachuram Mangalam Pundari Ayotano Hari. Were you? Ego Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Dwarachuram Mangalam Pundari Kaksham Mangalayotano Hari. So if you feel it's 30, she must feel it's about 50. And go ahead.
It's only fair the Pandit called us, but they celebrated their anniversary on the 3rd of August. So Pandit and Sister Kavita, happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you. And we's also 23, you know, and it feels like 13. So we'd like to wish you both a happy, happy anniversary. And while you're walking back with your dulahin in the back, unless you want to stand here and dance, no problem. I would like to sing this bhajan for the both of you. And may Bhagwan blessings always be with you and your family. Some of you must be asking why I have an Exeter Mala. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanudamarganam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat कब से नहारो रहे तेरी एक यही है, एक यही है बनवारी की, अब आ जाओ मेरी घाटे बिहारी, अब जाओ मेरी घाटे बिहारी। कब से एक यही है विनती मेरी, अब तो आ जाओ मेरी सावरिया, अब तो आ जाओ मेरी सावरिया। So to Gayatri and the Mindra, we'd like to wish you happy, happy, happy anniversary and many, many, many more to come. We're getting up to the older ages. There's another couple, John and his babe. We would like to ask them to please come forward. John, Abhi, bring your babe. Come. John, wife gone. John, you will have to find another babe. This is John? Okay.
Wrong way.
John going to look for your babe. John and his babe is celebrating 45 years of happy married bliss. 45 years is a long, long time. So if babe not going 45 years, she ain't going. Oh, Jai Bhagwan. But John, your babe looking 45. How is she 45 years marriage? Oh, Jai Bhagwan. Don't say that, you'll go to jail. You hold this one, John. So you have to stand right. Hold on, John, let me recite the mantra, then you go. It's all coming. After 45 years, you're still in a rush. Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Nam Pundarikaksha Mangalayotano Hari. Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Dvarvatridam Mangalam Pundarikaksham Mangalayotano Hari. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. We would like to wish you happy, not only 45, but we'd like to wish you another 100 years together. The last couple said he added 20 years to his marriage. So John, I don't know if you want to minus from 45. Right, yes, so you take it up backwards. We'd like to wish you a happy anniversary and many more to come. May Bhagavan continue to bless both of you. So I would like to dedicate this bhajan to both of you. I don't know if John, you want to stay and dance or you want to go back. It will be up to you. Okay. Kishan, you see what you can look forward to, right? कुंजन कुंजन जमुना तट पर दूर रे सवरिया नगरी नगरी द्वारे द्वारे कुंजन कुंजन जमुना तट पर दूर रे सवरिया जमुना तट पर दूर सवरिया मेरे के सहवारिया कुंजन कुंजन जमुना तट पर दूर रे सवरिया आज भी आके निर्मल बाटे भाग्य बिहारी करिया कुंजन कुंजन जमुना तट पर दूर रे सवरिया आगे निर्मल हमसे को नगरिया हमसो को नगरिया पंछी बजावत रावत कान्हा निर्मल के नगरिया निर्मल के नगरिया कुंजन के बलिहारी मूर्ति कुंजन के बलिहारी मूर्ति तेरे के सवरिया कुंजन कुंजन जमुना तट पर दूर रे सवरिया हरे भाग्य मानुष तन पाया हरे भाग्य मानुष तन पाया दोनों के सवरिया कुंजन कुंजन जमुना तट पर दूर रे सवरिया प्रेम से बोलो शिवा के बिहारी लाल की जय। And so, devotees, as we get close to the end of tonight's program, I know that quite a few of you told me that you have other plans for tomorrow, and I would like to acknowledge a few people. I know I'm going to forget some, please forgive me, but I'm going to acknowledge a few people, and then I'm going to ask my Didi Kunti, who is going to give her vote of thanks and say a few words. So she have literally 2 minutes to get herself together. So I would, first I would like to thank all of the musicians, including Lucky, whom has been my chorus the last few days. Tanuja, wonderful for having you, always a pleasure seeing you. And Malini, thank you all. My son Kishan, always a pleasure having you. You're the lifeline of the life of the Mandir, and in my presence. I don't know what when you outside of here, a whole different story. But thank you for your continued support and your dedication towards Sanatana Dharma. Thank you. To my brother Anim, I want to say thank you again. I know you'll be here with us tomorrow, but that's okay. Thank you for your continued support. I've told you this in the past, and I'll tell you again, that Anim owns a recording studio. He has done more bhajan CDs in his lifetime than other music. And he's not a Hindu by birth, but he's a Hindu by association with me. So please give him a round of applause. To my Ladla. You want to sing today or tomorrow? Well, I would like to thank him for accompanying me. And you know, the yag was put during this week because of his continued requests. Dad put it when I'm off of school. So I would like to thank you for your continued support, and may you continue to be a humble musician and not one that's missing a block on your shoulder. To my brother Surendra, words is not enough, but thank you for your continued support. To the young Dolak player and your sister, I forget the names. Sejal. Rush. What? Rush and Sejal, okay. To Sejal and Rush, thank you for your continued support in serving Sanatana Dharma. To Pandit Rakesh, always a pleasure. I will say this much. 3 years ago, it's been 3 years, right? 3 years ago, Pandit Rakesh's number was given to me by a friend of mine from Houston, Texas. I told the friend I'm coming to perform Yagya at the Mandir, and I heard you have a Basuri play in Orlando. I would like to include him. He gave me the number. He says, call Rakesh. So I called Rakesh. Didn't answer the phone, of course. Called back my friend, and I told him, I said, this by now, answer your phone. He says, Pandit, I will get him. He will be there. So I had no idea what Rakesh looks like. No idea what his appearance would be. I've heard him on Swag radio playing Basuri and whatever. So that day, another friend, very good friend of mine, myself and Sean was here, and we were going back to the hotel that I stayed close by. And I see this boy sit down by the light, right? And I stopped at the same light, and I put down my window, and I made him he had no idea who I was. Made him put down my window. I said, are you Rakesh? He says, yes. I said, okay, you look like Rakesh. He said, and who are you? I said, you will find out. I had on a regular shirt, no dhoti, no kurta, no nothing. So he had no idea who I was. But you know, when you meet people for the first time, you can tell the type of individual that that person is. And from then to now, we've bonded. He has done an excellent job for the last 2 years that Panditji was not here, and I hope that he stays on. When Pandit Ramakrishna called me, I used to be, well, I hope I'm still his mentor when he comes back. Was? Okay, I thought he said I was. So I'm one of his mentors, and he called me, he said, Pandit Bisham, what will I do? I'm going. Who will fill the spot? I recommended Pandit Rokesh, and I'm so happy that I made that recommendation, and Pandit Rokesh is still here with you today, and I hope that when Pandit Ramakrishna comes, you don't, put him out or kick him to the curb, but he has to be here with Pandit Ramakrishna, and I've already told Pandit Ramakrishna that as well, so he knows. So Panditji, for the last 3 years that I've known you, and I'm saying this, and I mean it in a good way, the mantra's pronunciation has come a long, long way, and that's only possible by the blessings of Bhagavan, and because you want to go forward. And I continue, I've said it last night, being a young Pandit, being a young Pandit is not an easy challenge. It's a very, very, very difficult challenge. And for him to be living up to the laws of Sanatan Dharma, I must compliment not him, but the parents for your continued support with this young man. He has a long way to go, and he's like my son, and I will tell him the same thing that I've just told Sanjay. Don't ever live with a chip on your shoulder that you are the best, because there's somebody better. And may Bhagavan continue to bless you. Please give Panditji a round of applause. I don't think that monetary values can pay for what he has done and given up in 2 years. I don't think that monetary values cannot pay for that. And I'm sure that parents are proud of him, as I am. He's like my son. And Pandit Rokesh, before the end of the year, you're going to Maryland with me. Just for 1 weekend.
Oh, 1 weekend only.
If you want to stay, no problem. We have a bedroom for you. You don't want to stay, you can come back. But my doors, in other words, my doors are always open for you. And in the near future, we'll be taking you to Maryland to join me in yagyas or pujas or whatever the case may be. Maybe a good break will be Navrat. When Pandit comes, let him handle, and you can come with me and vacation. Pack your bags. To my dear brother Ram, who has been the Yagkarta for the last 4 nights, Bhaiya, I want to say thank you, and your mom and your entire family, for your continued support and your blessings to be here with the entire family. May not have no mala to give you tonight, so I don't know, we had to make out somehow. We'll find your mala, don't worry, because I sure Mr. John or Dharmendra probably already take theirs off. So we'll find your mala, don't worry. Devotees, for all of you that has come and sat with us night after night and did not move, did not complain that Pandit going too long and too late, I would like to thank you. Tonight's going a little bit late because Saturday night, you could have been in a party somewhere, but you chose to party with Bhagavan. And my wife watching me kind of cross-eyed right now. Didi, thank you for making this trip. and I hope that we have done justice and made you as comfortable as we could have this tomorrow morning. Thank you again, you and your entire family, for your support. For those of you, well, none of you know, but Didi is my worst critic. She will tell me what I don't want to hear, and I love her for that. Thank you for your continued support. To my brother, Mukram Basdev, that made a 14-hour journey all alone from Maryland, that shows you the dedication of some of our devotees, all of our devotees, but him in particular. He made the journey. When I sent out the flyers a few days ago, just reminding people, he texted me and says, Pandit, I'm coming. I said, okay, I'm not in Maryland. Don't go to the mandir. I'm in Florida. He says, I know, I'm coming. He says, but I don't know anybody in Maryland other than his friends. I said, okay. He says, I have no place to stay. I said, okay, well, my doors are always open. My brother came and he stayed with me last night when we finished at 12. He left here at 1:30 and he drove to West Palm, take care of an issue. So you see, God put it in such a way that he was here ready when the issue occurred, right? See, God has a plan for us. We must not question God's plan. He went to West Palm, got there at 5 this morning, took care of his problem, and he was back at my house at 4 o'clock this afternoon. God bless you here for your continued support and your dedication. I told you in Maryland, he lives literally 2 hours from the mandir. He's there before me on Sunday morning. If he had a dhoti, he would probably start the puja. And I'll be happy, I'll be grateful for that. But he reaches to the mandir before I reach to the mandir. And that sort of dedication goes a long, long way. And I'll tell you something this evening, that this gentleman, I think I need to ask him to stand so you know who he is. I don't want to embarrass him, but I want you to know who he is this evening. This is Mr. Mukram Basdev.
A very good friend.
He has lived almost in every corner of the world, not even the country, of the world. And his job, I'm not allowed to talk about his job, but he has a doctorate in what he does. He does not like to be called Dr. Mukram. He likes to be called by his name. And he's one of the most humblest individuals that I've met in a long, long time. And here, only the blessings of your mother and father would have given you this opportunity to be so humble, and we have to thank them for that as well. Lastly, I would like to just hail out a junior young couple this evening. So I'm sure that many of you, or few of you, if you don't know, I'll tell you. Last year we bought a house in Orlando. So we're partial residents now of Orlando. So you're supposed to be seeing me a little bit more often. But we can't vote here if we vote in there. Well, so we're in the process. We're here, right? Most important. But in the complex in which we live, about, I want to say before Christmas, a young man and his wife is taking their morning stroll. So I'm outside. I trust me, I didn't look like a pundit, with a pair of short pants and a t-shirt, doing something. I think I was washing the car or something I was doing. Don't even remember what. So I saw this young man walking, and he's busy. He didn't pay me any attention. Makes a loop, coming back on his second loop. So he looks at me, he says, so you're Indian? I said, I think so. He said, you're from Guyana? I said, maybe. I didn't hang out with plenty of them. He said, but no, you're sounding like you're from Trinidad. I said, okay, yeah, I'm from Trinidad. So we started the conversation. So I told him, I said, well, I'm a pundit. He said, what? No, you're joking with me. He said, don't make them kind of joke. You can't say he's a pundit if he is not. I said, well, yes, I'm a pundit. He said, no, I don't believe you. You're making joke with me. So for like a whole month, you know, he would see me off and on, and he never believed fully I was a pundit. My wife had to confirm with him that I'm a pundit. He still didn't believe until he came here for the first time on Wednesday evening. And he came up to me before he left and he said, but you didn't tell me he's a pundit. He said, you didn't tell me you was really a pundit. I said, Lord, I've been trying to explain that to you for a whole 6 months now. Devotees, this young couple has been with us now for the last 4 days, and I hope to see him and Auntie tomorrow evening. My Uncle Kasi. Uncle Kasi, the people wants to know who you are. Please come forward. And Auntie, so that they can see who you are and they know that when you come here and I'm not here, you know, you are one of my eyes. Keep an eye out for me. So this is Uncle Kasi and this is Auntie. Very young and vibrant couple. Welcome to the beautiful Mandir. And when I see you, when you're taking your walk next time, remember I is the Pandit. I might not be in uniform, right? Thank you both for your continued support and your entire family being here with us for the last few nights. May Bhagavan continue to give you health and strength and continue to bless both of you in your endeavors. I would like to just take 1 minute and say a prayer in the name of Auntie's nephew that has passed away very recently, and all of the ones that has passed and gone to the beyond within the community, names and maybe personalities that I do not know, but we ask Bhagavan Krishna in this 1 minute of silence that, hey Prabhu, may you continue to guide that Atma, that soul, wherever that Atma, that soul may be. Amazon. Okay. And also, Pandit Rakesh has reminded me that the Amazon forest is also on fire. So we pray for everyone that is in difficulties tonight, yesterday, and tomorrow. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate. बोले बाकी बिहारी लाल की जय, वापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. And this devotees has brought us to the end of tonight's katha. I would like to ask my Didi to please say her vote of thanks, give her vote of thanks before we stand for final arati.
Everyone. I was not prepared to say anything this evening. I was hoping to throw this one to Molly tomorrow morning. So, but kind of beat me to the punchline. But I do want to say a humble sitaram to each and every one of you. You know, I do see a lot of new faces. So if it's your first time to the Mandir, it's your time coming back, you know, welcome back. And for the ones who have never visited our Mandir, what's our motto, guys? Once you come through the doors, you become our family. So you're one of us now. I don't know where to begin to say thank you. Like Pandit say, I don't want to call names. I'm afraid I will miss names, but you know who you are. For everyone who has helped us to pick up a sheet, helps sweep the floors. I think last night we left here around 2 o'clock, right? About 2:30. But I know everybody can't stay here every night, but in whatever little way you have helped us to make this yajna successful, I do want to say thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And when I say I am not speaking on myself, we are a team, and I'm speaking for each one of us here. We're thanking each other, we are supporting each other, and I hope we continue to do what we're doing. Obviously, we are doing something good, you know, we're all here. For the last 5 nights, Pandit, you know, part of being the kitchen crew, I always get to miss, but I get to hear afterwards. Pandit has taken us to new heights with his music, his bhajans. I know he sang 2 of my most favorite bhajans last night. One made me laugh because it's one where I was singing to my daughter in my own little way. And then one, as my brother was about to pass, we were chanting. But I do want to thank you. It took a lot to make these 5 days successful. Pandit Ji was the one who reached out to us, and he said, let's do this. And I know once he said, let's do this, we will have his full support in every way. And we always have it. And it seems like every time he comes, we're getting more and more from him. We're bringing him back more and more. Bauji, I do want to thank you so much for helping us in the background, giving us your guidance. Sanjay, I know you're going back to school. Not much of a vacation, but you could always come back. Mom and Dad don't have to come with you all the times, right? So this morning I got a call from somebody. Is a Radha who has come to the Mandir for the first time? Are you here this evening? Someone by the name of Radha who has never come to the Mandir? I guess she didn't make it. So she called me and she says, do you go to Jyoti Mandir? And I'm like, yeah. And she said, where is this Mandir? And I start to describe her where this Mandir is. And she said, you mean that little house by the bridge? And I'm like, yeah, that's Jyoti Mandir. She said, but I saw it last night. I saw what was happening last night. You mean in that little house? And yeah, that's our mandir, you know, come out. Well, I guess she didn't take my invitation. But, you know, ever so often people would pass by here and they wouldn't know it's a mandir. But once they come through the door, and I'm not being biased, you know.
Maybe it looks
It
better on
is.
Facebook.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, she saw what was happening last night. You guys were streamlining, right?
Yeah.
So, so she called me. I don't know where she got my number from. I've never met her. She said she's new to Orlando. Facebook, right? So, so Pandit, you have brought the best to our mandir, to your mandir, and we want to thank you for that. Bauchi, we want to thank you. Sanjay, all our musicians and every one of us, of you here to this evening, we've brought the best out of Jyoti Mandir. And, you know, Pandit, you have brought the best in the mandir as well. So thank you again. And, you know, I am sad to see that this 5-night session is over. Maybe we have to do a repeat performance before the year is over. And Rakesh, no, you are not going to Maryland. So.
No, I just want to borrow him for a weekend.
Oh, for a weekend.
It's up to him if he wants to stay.
So, Sinadir, make sure we have 2 shirts and, no, 2 pants and 4 shirts. That's all that's going.
Listen, Doti don't have a size, 5 yards across. We good.
So, I mean, I really don't know how to say thank you. You have been, even when Pandit Ramakrishnan was here in Orlando, you have been our guiding light to the mandir.
Well, thank you.
And it is, we hope you will be there for us. And I know sometimes we, you know, we miscommunication, like, you know,
okay.
phone calls and emails and texts, but I want to apologize to you for any of those.
Okay.
But definitely want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. For our kitchen crew, man, whew, I tell you, we could open our own restaurant and put Sings and Annie's out of business. But thank you guys so much for helping us out back there. And I guess I'll see each and every one of you tomorrow morning, right? Right, Sanjay?
Yes, tomorrow morning puja starts at 9 and Hawan starts about 10. And then we'll have short katha from 11 to 12. We finish at 12, promptly at 12. And you remember the 4 ingredients that you have to bring with you tomorrow? Oh. Pandit, Mr. Ram said to bring your Hawan Kun. If you have a Hawan Kun, bring it with you. But dry coconut, ghee, Hawan Samagri, and Canfa. Flowers, fruits if you want to make your offerings and so forth. If you don't have any of that, that's okay. Still come, make an offering at the mandir. Ask Bhagwan to accept your offerings in whatever way that you make your offerings. With this, devotees, I would like to again say thank you to all of you for coming out and supporting. You're not supporting me, you're supporting the mandir. And thank you for your continued support. All of those that have celebrated their birthdays and their anniversaries would like to wish you a happy, happy birthday, happy, happy anniversary, and many, many, many more to come. Thank you, and may we stand for final arati. Sriba ke bihari teri aarati gaavo Sham sundar teri aarati gaavo आरती गाओ प्यारे तुमको निभाओ आरती गाओ प्रभु तुमको निभाओ सीमा के बिहारी चरण से दिखले गंगा प्यारे, जिसे सारी दुनिया तारी, मैं उन चरणों की दर्शन पाऊं सिवा तेरे। आरती गाओ प्यारे तुमको निहारो, आरती गाओ प्यारे तुमको निहारो, दीवा के दिहानी तेरी आरती गाओ, दीवा के दिहानी तेरी आरती गाओ। दास अनाथ के नाथ दुख सुख जीवन प्यारे साथ साथ को, दुख सुख जीवन प्यारे साथ साथ को, हरि चरणों में शीश झुकाओ, हरि दर्शन में शीश झुकाओ, दीवा के बिहारी तेरी आरती गाओ, दीवा के बिहारी तेरी आरती गाओ। श्री हरिदास के प्यारे तुम हो, श्री हरिदास के प्यारे तुम हो, मेरे मोहन जीवन धन्य हो, युगल छवि बलि बलि गाओ, शिवा के हरि तेरी आरती गाओ प्यारे तुमको निहारो, आरती गाओ प्यारे तुमको निहारो, शिवा के निहारी तेरी जय भाग्यवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तार। बोलो जय भाग्यवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय भाग्यवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय भाग्यवत भगवान की है आरती, आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी। बोलो आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी। आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी। आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर गले में जंजी माला भजा में मुरली मधुर माला श्रवण में कुंदल जल काला नंद के नंदन प्रियानंद कंदन मोहन ब्रज चंदन राधिका रमन बिहारी की कृष्ण मुरारी। आरती कुंज बिहारी की गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी। कुंज बिहारी की गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी। गगन समर अंतकाल काली काली राधिका चमक रही काली। रतन ने काल बनवाली कलसी ब्रह्म से अलग चंद्र से जगत ललित छवि श्री बनवाली। आरती कुंज बिहारी की वासुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं वासुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं जय राधारमण गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो मेरो श्री माते बिहारी नंदलाल
श्री माते बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो
श्री राधे 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 मेरो प्यारे 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 श्री राधे
राधे राधे
मेरो प्यारे प्यारे
प्यारे
श्री राधे 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 मेरो प्यारे प्यारे
श्री राधे 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 मेरो प्यारे प्यारे प्यारे
Let us please clap our hands, close our eyes and bow heads as we focus on the divine Sri Bhagwan Krishna. हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए भगवान. May you shower your Ashirvad, your blessings upon each and every one of us. As we put all of our problems at the feet of that divine Lord and Master, He Prabhu. मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तहीनं जनार्दनं यद्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे. आवाहनं न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजं चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरी. कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानि सहितं नमामि. पूर्णगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं. ये कथा भक्त भगवान की, ये कथा भक्त भगवान को चिंता रहरी है, भक्तों के कल्याण की कथा त्वमेव माताश्च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. शांति शांति शांति। प्रेम से बोलो शिव बाकी बिहारी लाल की जय, उमापति महादेव की पवन सुत हनुमान की वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की। प्रेम से बोलो श्री सत सनातन धर्म की जय। हर 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 महादेव। आसन लीजिए, प्लीज take your seats with his Prasad, Panchamrit will come to you, Arti will come to you, Bhojan is prepared.